Both for, and we'll open the town council special meeting for September 1st, 2016 with the called order and pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Nothing on the consent calendar and new business. We have this meeting, we're adopting a new ordinance number 858 because after we adopted our ordinance 857, we received additional findings from Red Rock at kind of a late date, meaning we had to change our ordinance and the findings in it. I'll let John explain.
Okay,
Additionally.
couple things I want to, two things I want to emphasize. Number one, we'll talk about the new ordinance 858, and as indicated in the heading, and I'll point out the changes between 858 and 857. The heading of the ordinance, the last sentence, it specifically states that we're repealing ordinance number 857, which is the last one we signed on August 16th. We're repealing ordinance 857. It's in its entirety. The second substantive change between 858 and 857 is in section 3 on page 3 of the ordinance. What we're doing in the prior ordinance, we adopted some findings that were set forth in a whereas section, volumes 1 and volume 7. In this ordinance, we're adopting new findings. The town council, by adoption of this ordinance, hereby amends its comprehensive plan, section 4 below that. As findings in support of the enactment of this ordinance, the town adopts the supplemental findings of fact and conclusions of law as set forth in Exhibit C, which by this reference are specifically incorporated here. And as you recall, the prior ordinance that only had Exhibits A and B, which were the two legal descriptions. This one we attach 113 pages as Exhibit C. And those are the only two differences between the ordinance. Number one, again, we're repealing 857, and the second change is that we're adopting new findings. Okay, and that's it. All right. Now, I don't like the way this is my second one. I don't like the way this all occurred. And let me set out the time frame for you. The last public hearing on this, joint public hearing between the county commissioners and town council was on July 28th. At the end of that ordinance, or at the end of that public meeting, both the county and the town were directed to prepare ordinances reflecting the decision of the town planning commission and the county planning commission, or the town council and the county commission. All right. Sandy and I visited, I think on August 2nd or August 3rd. I said I need a little time to get the ordinance done. Originally we were going to have it at a regular meeting on August 9th. I said let's wait a little bit, let the dust settle a little bit. So I prepared it, and we had a special meeting on August 16th. Now bear in mind, this is 19 days. This is almost 3 weeks after the close of the public hearing. I prepared the ordinance based upon the findings that had been made and were adopted at the joint public hearings. And those were referenced in ordinance number 857. On about August 23rd or 22nd, start getting emails from Darwin saying, gee, the boys at Red Rock want to have new findings. They want to submit new findings. Okay. Talk to Sandy, talk to Roberta. Essentially, we've supported the Red Rock project throughout. Let's not make waves. Red Rock's attorney acknowledged that they were slow, that they were late. They apologized. What we're doing here is not our fault. It's a result of the delay by Red Rock, and it's a result of our desire to accommodate this project. So nobody ever likes to repeal an ordinance unless there's some real reason to do it. Here it's out of accommodation. And the sole purpose of the new findings is to strengthen Red Rock's case when this decision is appealed. So they want to get the best possible findings, the most thorough findings, and we've got 13 pages. So that's the story, and that's the history behind what we're doing and why we're doing it. So does anybody have any questions?
Thanks, John. Explanation.
Yeah.
Any questions or comments or anything?
I believe I have one, John. Look at it.
Right?
I have none.
Okay.
Do you want to shed any light on this, Darrell?
No, your timelines are right, that we met on the 23rd and adopted the ordinance that was on the agenda to repeal today. And that morning was the first I'd heard of it and came to this meeting not well prepared, and I apologize for that. I've done so to the Board of Commissioners as well, but certainly Red Rock had plenty of time and they didn't get to us in what we felt was going to be a timely manner. And you know, at the close of the hearing on the 28th, if they need more than 2 weeks, they probably should have told us then, and we would have been then prepared well. But ultimately, this is, like you said, it's something that they anticipate to be appealed, and if so, they need to have, you know, adequate findings which, you know, address, you know, all the submittals that have been received, and these set of findings do that. The original set was Planning Commission draft findings, and so, you know, as such, we weren't, you know, Red Rock wasn't anticipating the adoption of those, but again, the lack of communication was certainly on their part, and you know, as to what they were hoping to accomplish, when we all knew that we left that meeting hoping for the 11th originally of August, and it was sometime after that they got these to us, and again, that was their problem. I think that they've acknowledged that as well, probably not in writing, but in some phone calls I've had, but we're there, we're getting there, and it's a long process, and certainly, you know, this ordinance will go into effect 30 days later, and it's something that eventually still has to be reviewed by the state, so it's, you know, this is a long process, and Red Rock is fully aware of that, and, you know, just to let you know, the Board of Commissioners, again, need to act after the town council does, so they intend to meet on Tuesday, Labor Day being a holiday on Monday, and then just with everything with fair and the stuff going on in the community tomorrow, and that's what they're chosen.
They are aware that it will be 30 days from the day we.
Yeah, and they'll have
For it to
language
be
in it that
effective.
states that it won't become effective either until the
Right.
town does.
Okay. Any, right?
I don't have any discussion on it. Anybody else? I was just going to say we need to do this by title only. Is
That's
that right?
correct.
Okay. I would make a motion that we read the ordinance number 858 by title only.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to read ordinance number 858 by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries.
I would make a motion then that we approve ordinance number 858, an ordinance reconfiguring the town of Lakeview urban growth boundary by adding inclusion lands and removing exclusion lands, amending the town's comprehensive plan map by changing the designations of said lands, and repealing ordinance number 857 in its entirety.
Second?
I'll second it.
A motion and a second to approve ordinance number 858, read by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And I'm abstaining.
One abstention and four in favor. Okay, we have one other item on the agenda which we need to accomplish today, and that is to get Roberta on our bank card so that she's able to sign checks. The bank cannot accept that until they have seen it in our minutes that we have approved
I
that.
object to that just before.
Okay, then we'll get your name on it when you come over and sign it. Thank you, John.
Okay, see you guys.
Thanks, John.
See you next time.
Have a good weekend.
Hey, John,
Yeah.
did you take care of my other one for me for the scholarship?
Yeah, I'll call tomorrow. You just need to call me at work sometime. Because that's where the number is.
Okay,
All right.
I'll do that Tuesday morning.
Okay.
Okay. So So we need to just, I'll make a motion to add our new town manager with a vendor wall and removing our previous town manager from the bank card. So someone cares to make a motion to that effect.
So moved.
So-
Worded it perfectly.
Okay. Is
And
there
you
a
got
second?
that in minutes.
Yeah, sure, that has a tape over there.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the adding of our new town manager, removing our previous town manager of the bank. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimous. So with that, unless someone has additional business, they need to come.
Not that many people watch this, and there's only a small group of us in this room, but Noni Van Berg, dear friend of so many in the community, her memorial service tomorrow at 1:30 at Hunker Court, and I'm just really torn up because I'm neighbors with the Van Bergs, but also with what's happened. I also know family that's also involved. And just want to please encourage the community to continue to keep their opinions and thoughts on the matter to themselves. All the facts will eventually come out, but both families are grieving at this time, and they well knew each other, and there was certainly no harm, ill intent. I believe that 100%, and I just feel for both families, and I hope that the community can pull together instead of coming apart over something like this when it's a true accident. It's just, it's too bad, but
Very
we'll
sad.
get through it. So
Yeah.
just continue to show love and support to one another, and we'll get through it. So.
Thanks for sharing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it is very difficult for a lot of people in the community. Anything additional? 4:15, we will adjourn.